Oh mein Gott. Hätten die alle eine Muskete, hätten die sich jetzt selber alle abgeschlachtet anscheinend. Uiuiuiui. Achso, die willst du von um Rat fragen. Ach ja. Dann machen wir das mal.
Monsieur Bay.
Ah, mademoiselle. I am very pleased to find you here with us
I found a document written in a script that I was unable to read.
Let me see. Ah, je vois. These pages were written using some sort of shorthand. A variation on Taylor's system, no doubt. I want to use it myself from time to time while jotting down my ideas as they come.
What does it say?
It's a bit difficult to decipher. Je crois. I believe it's an autopsy report. The author writes that the subject died from a large dose of prussic acid.
What is prussic acid?
My apologies, Aegis, but I'm no chemist. You should ask Monsieur Lavoisier.
Goodbye,
Okay.
Monsieur B.
Dann. Dann machen wir erstmal hier weiter.
Monsieur Lavoisier.
What can I do for you, Aegis?
What is prussic acid?
It's a volatile compound extracted from Prussian blue, which is a pigment derived from the cochineal, an insect.
What does it do?
Oh, it's a lethal poison, of the most dangerous sort. Though at weaker doses, it merely induces a deep soporific state, or a coma, if you will.
A deadly poison.
Aegis? Is everything all right?
How do you intend to counter the king's actions?
Unfortunately, we don't have the upper hand. For now, we can only hope to protect ourselves from him. I am convinced that something is afoot. Something that could destroy all our hopes in an instant.
You have my full attention.
You should know that I am a gunpowder commissioner. As such, I oversee the provision of gunpowder to the kingdom's arsenals, l'Arsenal de Paris in particular. For the past 2 days, a large quantity of gunpowder from Marsangy has been sitting near Les Invalides. It's in a warehouse by the factories, but the men I sent to take possession of the cargo and transport it to the Arsenal have gone missing. Do you realize what this means?
The gunpowder could have fallen into our enemy's hands.
It's possible. One thing is certain. It's enough to destroy half of Paris. Whether it is still in the warehouse or has fallen into the wrong hands, we must find it urgently. Then, if possible, we must neutralize it.
How?
Simply by placing it in contact with water. Nothing could be easier in theory, but we must find a way to flood it.
Flood the gunpowder? You're out of your mind, Lavoisier. We're in the most desperate of situations and you want to deprive us of such a valuable resource. What will our cannons use once we have formed our army of patriots?
Your army, Marquis, is presently but a figment of your imagination.
I see. So you're one of those men who would sound the retreat before the battle has even begun.
I will go to the warehouse. Once I have located the powder, I will decide what to do with it.
Ja, ich werde es einfach dabei belassen.
Lavoisier.
Das ist Main Story. Gut. So. Königin entdecken. König diese Entdeckung mitteilen, okay. Dann Mirabeau um Rat fragen.
Monsieur de Mirabeau. What does this letter mean?
Who gave you the right to read my correspondence?
I'm curious about how you got rid of it earlier. As if it burned your fingers.
To tell you the truth, you're not entirely wrong. It is a missive sent by my father, the Marquis de Mirabeau, the scoundrel who shamelessly dares to call himself the friend of man. He writes to say that he is on the brink of death, in such a desperate state that he has received extreme unction. This reprobate used his final moments on this mortal plane to send me threats yet again. He swears that he will torment me from beyond the grave.
How is that possible?
To my knowledge, he has not yet deigned to shuffle off this mortal coil. In any case, the satisfaction of knowing he is dead would not assuage my concern. This man is more persistent than the plague. He's capable of anything. He has spent his entire life persecuting his family. And I believe he is ready to spend his eternal rest continuing to do the same. I need to know what he's planning.
Where is he now?
At his home in Argenteuil. Given the circumstances, going to ask him for an explanation is out of the question. But the man who heard his final confession is here.
Monseigneur de la Fare.
Precisely. Only this confounded shaveling refuses to tell me a word of what the old dragon confided to him. He stubbornly insists on the secrecy of confession. Bon sang. Will we ever be rid of these damned superstitions? Aegis, would you be so kind as to intercede with the bishop?
Sollte man, glaube ich,
Perhaps you
hinkriegen.
will be able to make him change his mind.
My respects, Monseigneur.
I didn't expect to see you again so soon, Aegis. We missed you when we had to leave our shelter at Place Saint-Merry. The path that led us to this convent was not an easy one, believe me.
Monseigneur, I would like to talk to you about your recent meeting with the Marquis de Mirabeau.
What has gotten into all of you? This has gone on long enough. I will say it one last time and pray that they will finally leave me alone. Nothing and no one will make me violate the secrecy of his confession. Have I made myself clear?
Perfectly clear, Monseigneur.
Schade.
Monsieur de Mirabeau. Alas, the bishop stubbornly refused to reveal anything.
Damn it. I need to know what my rogue of a father is up to. Let me think. In light of the cartload of threats he sent me, it's safe to wager that my sister and mother received similar letters. They may even have already suffered his revenge. However, my sister lives in Grasse in the south of France. Unless a messenger rode 100 horses to death, she could not have received this letter. Then there is my poor mother.
If you ask me, I will go to find her.
Yes, it's very kind of you to offer. But I couldn't even tell you where she is staying.
Your own mother?
Indeed. It's a very embarrassing matter. A secret, which I beg you not to divulge.
I can be discreet. Rest assured.
Very well. You should know that my mother, the Countess of Covey, has lost everything. Truly. First her fortune, then her faculties. No matter what I tried, nothing could prevent her decline. It is said that she is now living on charity, in the most abject poverty in the slums of the Marais. If perchance your past takes you to this dreadful place, and if she still remembers who she is, perhaps you may meet her.
Okay. Haben wir hier noch irgendwas? Ja, um Rat fragen. Ach so.
Have you found my mother?
No, not yet.
Remember, rumor has it she lives in the...
Minister Necker claims that you are a familiar face at the Tuileries Palace.
That old story. Will it hound me until I have drawn my last breath? This, madame, is nothing but an unfounded rumor that I am trying in vain to dispel. To what do I owe the displeasure of having to defend myself once again?
I must get hold of some documents that are kept in an armored safe in the king's chambers.
What lock could resist your talents?
Minister Necker said it was indestructible.
Oh, I see. Well, let me think. Who could help you? After all, a lock is nothing more than a simple mechanism. Nothing that can resist the expertise of our dear Monsieur Bailly. Why don't you ask him for help?
I'll be sure to do so.
Now, who else might be of use? Oh, there's Monsieur Lavoisier as well, our gunpowder commissioner. I'm sure he'll have no trouble finding you something you can use to blow the door off that stubborn safe.
Good. I will go and find him.
Now, if you'll forgive me, I have an urgent matter to attend to.
You are forgiven for everything.
In that case, it has been a pleasure, madam.
Okay. Dann fragen wir wieder beide. Dann fangen wir bei ihm mal an.
How was your search at the Vaucansons' home?
I found this penknife there. I was struck with a vision as soon as I picked it up. I saw Mademoiselle de Vaucanson running from the Comte de Cagliostro. This letter refers to a hiding place where she often sought refuge. It's in the Jardin du Luxembourg.
I know the place. One day, Eugène and I were walking in the Luxembourg gardens when suddenly Athenais jumped out from our hiding place like a wild animal. It was a startling, almost frightening sight. The spot is on the edge of the garden, hidden by vegetation between two statues.
I'm looking for a way to force a lock that is supposed to be unbreakable. Monsieur de Mirabeau advised me to ask you for help.
But I'm an astronomer, mon enfant, not a locksmith. I know my way around lenses, filters, racks and tripods. But I've never given a moment's thought to how a lock works. God, Monsieur de Mirabeau was joking with you, that's all. Où est-il, ce brave homme? So that we might ask him.
He has left. A matter that could not wait.
Excuse me? Do you mean he left the convent? That's madness. What was so important that he would put himself in such danger?
Intriguing indeed.
Das stimmt. Vielleicht weiß er das, will das jetzt aufmachen und wir kommen einfach dann viel zu spät.
Monsieur Lavoisier,
What can I do for you, Aegis?
I did not find the warehouse.
Vraiment? It's near Les Invalides, not far from Monsieur de Vaucanson's workshop.
I would like to access the contents of a safe that is supposed. Dare I ask for your help, Monsieur Lavoisier?
And how can I be of assistance to you, madame?
I need gunpowder to break through the door.
Gunpowder? But I don't have a speck of it, mon ami. Do you think I just walk around with explosives in my pockets?
Oh. I apologize. It was Monsieur de Mirabeau's idea.
Mirabeau? What is this ridiculousness? I suspect he knows full where is the animal. So we cannot...
He has left. He had an urgent...
Eh bien. I'm sorry, madame. If I could inspect the safe and determine what metal was used in its fabrication, but given the circumstances, I'm sadly not...
I understand.
Ja, dann sei einfach verarscht. Ich glaube, aus dem machen wir jetzt Kleinholz. Kommen wir da überhaupt lang? Muss ich mal gucken. So eine richtige Karte wäre gar nicht so verkehrt, weißt du? Wisst ihr? Dass wir dann einfach so gucken können. Ah, okay. Wie kommen wir denn hier lang? Ist der richtige Weg hier? Ja. Bisschen Brandgranat, okay. Ah, okay, jetzt weiß ich, wo wir sind. Das sollten wir doch schaffen. Zack. Perfekt. Jetzt Mal da nicht hoch, ne? Oder gibt's hier noch irgendeinen Haken? Nee. Ah, scheiße. Nicht so schlimm, dann gehen wir halt von außen da rein. Dann gehen wir kurz durch die Kanalisation und dürfen wir auch dahin kommen. So. Ich hoffe, dass wir von hier überhaupt hinkommen, aber ich denke mal ja. Muss ja hier sein. Sonst würde das uns hier ja gar nicht angezeigt werden. Ja.
Atonias' hiding place. A fight took place here.
Was haben wir denn hier Schönes? Bismutblock, Bronzebahn, Kutschenmarke.
Franciscus Antonius. What unusual names. Whose cane could this be? Perhaps the guests at the Cordelier can enlighten me.
Jetzt reist man wieder zum Konvent zurück. Okay. Oder kann man eine Schnellreise machen? Genau. Von hier aus kann ich keine Schnellreise machen. Muss ja wirklich zu einer Kutsche. So. Gut abgekürzt. Perfekt. Und ja. Und hier hoch. Ja, dann fragen wir mal. Aber wen? Person im Konvent befragen.
Has anyone seen Monsieur de Mirabeau?
Da fragt man mal aber.
Aegis, I'd like to talk to you about my research. Do you have a few moments to spare for me?
Certainly, mon père. I am listening.
I've carefully collected the testimony of our companions here. Then I compared them with the observations made during my investigation of the man who calls himself Cagliostro. I came to quite the shocking conclusion. I believe I have discovered how the royal automats remain constantly in motion, like clocks that never need winding. They get their energy from the souls of the dead, Aegis. They drink from the anima essence that permeates the purgatory described by Monseigneur de la Fare. These machines feed on the dead. The greater the massacre, the deeper the river where they slake their thirst.
Franciscus Antonius. Does that mean anything to you?
Let's see. François Antoine. No, that doesn't mean anything to me, I'm afraid. Désolé, ma chère.
Is there any way to stop the bloodshed, mon père?
I believe there is always hope, Aegis. As long as I remain free to pursue my research. I keep thinking about the three Nemes. These echoes. All of this is clearly related to Nicholas Flamel's work.
The alchemist?
Precisely, mon ami. And this leads me to fear the worst.
What have we to fear from an alchemist who died nearly 4 centuries ago?
Not him, per se. Rather the heretic who is exploiting his discoveries.
Cagliostro, oder?
This poses a grave danger to us all.
What do you fear?
What do I fear? Nearly 2 months ago, the king forbade anyone from setting foot inside the Église Saint. He had the priests forcibly removed. They hardly even had since then. Only our father...
Oh dear. Flamel's tomb.
My thoughts exactly, Monseigneur. Legend has it that Flamel was buried with...
What is the Lapis Philosophorum, mon père?
The Philosopher's Stone. Where do I begin? No one knows its true
Harry
nature.
Potter
Or
Anspielung,
even what it might
ernsthaft?
look like.
Lol.
All that is known is that it is said to grant untold
Ah, das
riches
ist geil.
and eternal life to whoever possesses it. Its very existence is questioned, of course. But if it's true, just imagine what
Ah, ist das
sinister
cool.
purpose the king and his accomplices...
Where is this?
In the church's crypt. But now they're no longer there to protect. We need to know for certain.
But how? There are automats.
Aegis,
Oui, mon père.
will you help us get to the bottom of...
Did you not say that it
Oh,
was...
Mann.
Perhaps as the penitent's door behind the shack. It's only opened on Good Friday, but this year I had the honor and here is the key.
Perfekt.
Goodbye, mon père.
Hilft mir trotzdem noch nicht weiter. Vielleicht weiß er was?
Monseigneur,
What can I do for you, Aegis?
Bestimmt er, ne?
do the four names Franciscus Antonius mean anything to you?
The Franciscan order, perhaps?
Go on.
Franciscus Assisiensis, the founder of the order, and I'm sorry, Aegis, but that's all I can...
Schade. Vielleicht er?
Did you go to the Hotel de Massiac?
No, not yet.
Remember, it's by Les Halles, just west.
I found a cane inscribed with the name Franciscus Antonius. Does that mean anything to you?
No, I'm...
Frag jetzt alle durch. Der letzte ist es wahrscheinlich.
B. Does the name Franciscus Antonius mean anything to you?
We scholars have the strange habit of adopting names from antiquity.
Okay.
I imagine that we're actually looking for someone named François Antoine. But no matter how hard I think, I'm afraid it doesn't ring a bell.
Gut, dann fangen wir mal, machen wir den hier. Vielleicht weiß er was.
Eh bien. Do you come bearing news from Monsieur Marat?
No, not yet.
I have it on good authority that he is in the quarries. He's the only person who could...
Ja, laber doch nicht so rum.
I found a cane engraved with the name Franciscus Antonius. Who could it belong to?
Let me think a moment. Je vous prie. I know an Antoine Francois, a printer on Rue de la Harpe.
Ah,
His surname is Momoro, but he is a man of the people and a true patriot. I doubt that he ever sported a cane with his name engraved on it.
Is your plan to arm the populace?
Oh, far from it, madame. Even if they were armed and formed into battalions, the patriots would not...
Why is that?
Most of the strategic points, they are seized. This makes it...
The
Ich überspringe das jetzt einfach mal.
That's right.
Lanterne des Morts.
What do you mean, monsieur?
Lanterns of the dead. Ancient stone pillars that are found near some cemeteries. Our ancestors
yeah.
kept a fire going on top of them. Today, no one knows what they were used for. A symbol of light triumphing over darkness, perhaps? Others claim that human bones, mercury and lime, were burnt there. Some odious sorcery that was meant to entrap the tormented souls that wandered around the burial grounds.
That makes sense and confirms my observations. I'm now certain that the King's lanterns capture the anima essence of the dead who have been cast into purgatory. And that this essence is what allows the automats to stay in motion, without needing a key to wind them.
Paternoster quies in celis, sanctificetur nomen tuum.
Now that I think about it, madame, you obviously are not subject to the harmful effects of these lanterns.
No, au contraire. When activated, these statues reveal an apparatus that allows me to repair myself.
It follows that if you destroy these lanterns, the people will be free to fight again.
Unfortunately, they are preternaturally strong. Nothing can so much as damage them.
Come now, no metal is indestructible. If we knew what these lanterns were made of, perhaps I could find a way to destroy them.
Take a look at this ledger, Monsieur Lavoisier. It contains a list of metals. I found it by the factories, near Vaucanson's workshop.
Glück haben wir so viel schon eingesammelt.
Molybdenum, very good. Tiens, donc, tungsten and zirconium. This master blacksmith knows his trade. These metals can be used to make the strongest alloy
Sinnvoll
imaginable.
manchmal, so
And
viel
those who
schon
have a fortune
aufgesammelt
to
zu haben.
invest.
For that, our clockwork tyrant knows no bounds.
Well, Monsieur Lavoisier, is there any way to break this alloy?
Break it? Certainly not. But a mineral acid could change its structure. Melt it, perhaps. I would recommend sulfuric acid, or vitriol, if you prefer to use its common name.
Where can I obtain some vitriol?
I had some, but my laboratory at L'Arsenal was ransacked. I can't tell you any more than that. You should ask my colleague, Monsieur Bailly. He uses similar substances in his research.
Das war noch nicht das, was ich eigentlich wollte. Ach, wir doch mal mit ihm.
Monsieur Lavoisier,
What can I do for you, Aegis?
do the names Franciscus and
No, nothing.
Francois Antoine, maybe?
No, nothing with that name. I'm sorry, madame.
Where can I obtain some vitriol?
I had some, but my laboratory at Larsen. I can't tell you any more than that. You should ask my colleague, Monsieur Bailly. He uses similar substances.
I did not find...
Wait.
Goodbye.
Dann reden wir mit dem.
Monsieur Bailly. Would you happen to know where I could...
Sulfuric acid? Of course. Combined with sea salt and green copperas, we use it to polish the lenses of our telescopes. But I don't know how much we have. You would need to go to the Louvre and take a look at the observatory storeroom to find out.
If you will allow me to.
Of course, madame. Here is the key.
I have not yet found the...
As I said.
Goodbye.
Yep. Da muss einer von hier vorne das sein. Der den Namen kennt.
Monsieur Necker.
Madame? Eh bien, do you come bearing good news?
I'm not done investigating.
Don't give up, I beg you. Remember, the last time I saw my poor wife, we were in the Église that's in the Faubourg Saint-Germain, east of... As for the bonds...
Monsieur Necker.
Madame?
Do the names Francisco...
No. Not... I'm very sorry that I'm a...
Er weiß es wahrscheinlich auch nichts.
Monsieur
Oder weiß
Marquis.
er was?
I'm listening, Aegis.
Franciscus Antonio.
François Antoine. Hold on. Of course. That's the master arquebusier who killed the beast of Gévaudan. The affair took place during the reign of Louis the Beloved, just a few leagues from the castle where I grew up. I was still a young boy, but I remember it like it was yesterday. It caused a stir all over the country.
I doubt that it has anything to do with my case.
I don't know. I'll let you be the judge of that.
Jetzt nicht so viel gebracht.
Monsieur le Marquis.
I'm listening, Aegis.
I went to the meet. I had an
Get to the
Madame de Poly. She made no, so now I know.
Seigneur. What happened?
That remains to be determined. The evidence
How the heck?
This ambush could not have taken place without an accomplice.
Plague on Orléans and his
That still remains to be. 3 of them lost their lives.
Excellent. But why the hell haven't they reported?
Only they could tell you that.
Would you be so kind as to go and find them? My hussars are stationed at Les...
Goodbye.
Den haben wir befragt, den haben wir befragt. Den haben wir noch nicht befragt. Den haben wir befragt. Die Person im Konvent befragen. Ja, kann man nicht machen. Einer fehlt ja. Einer fehlt. Na dann. Auf zur Königin. Dieses Objekt löst eine voreingestellte Funktion aus, mit dem Aegis automatisch zu ihrem wichtigsten Transportmittel zurückkehren kann. Oh. Cool. So, verbessern. Plus 2 Schaden, plus 11. So. Jetzt sind wir auf derselben Stufe. 88, 80 plus 14 plus 11. So. Eisen. Oder eine Korrespondenz haben wir. So, ne, die... So, hier. Kann man nicht machen. Haupt. Weiterfinden zur Halle gelangen, Schießpulver gelagert ist. Oh, ich könnte auch Hauptquest machen. Nee, wir machen Nebenquest. Heißt. Wir gehen nochmal dahin. Wir schauen uns mal da um. Nochmal. Vielleicht kommen wir jetzt auf die andere Seite.
I have already passed by the Église Sainte-Marie. I can get back there quickly from here.
Ach so. Ja, dann machen wir erstmal das. Lagerhaus untersucht. Oh, ja, hier drüben haben wir noch einen Eingang.
Traces of gunpowder. It It would appear that Monsieur Lavoisier's gunpowder was taken to the Bastille. Barrels were stored here and rolled away. These grooves prove it.
So, den Reiter finden und Église Marie untersuchen. Nehmen wir erstmal hier. Ja, zum Glück haben wir es eh nicht weit. Aber ich glaube, wir bekommen die Seelen nicht. Also die Essenzen nicht mehr, oder? Oh ja, man kann schon sagen, der Fight war jetzt sehr unnötig. Muss man wirklich schon sagen. Dann hätte ich besser spielen können, da war ich zu aggressiv. Ja. Und deutlich besser spielen können. Hallo. Zack. Schön abgekürzt. Achso, da waren wir auch schon.
Some worshippers were able to escape the automats. They ran towards the entrance to the catacombs.
Okay, das ist unlustig. Hier kommen wir nicht rüber. Gehen wir halt außen rum. No. Nö. Wir sind von da oben runtergechoppt, ne? Wie unlustig. Oh, vielleicht kommen wir hier lang. Vielleicht kommen wir hier drüben irgendwo lang. Mal im Kreis gelaufen, ne? Hier das sein können? Hier haben wir auch nichts. Aber von dem Weg einfach entlang. Wo geht jetzt auch nicht lang? So, aber hier. Ja. Ey, das verstehe ich jetzt nicht. Wir sind nicht lang gekommen. Aber hier drüben. Hä? Hier geht's doch nicht weiter. Das war eigentlich schon richtig. Hier sind wir eigentlich schon richtig. Das sollten wir richtig sein. So, wie kommen wir aber jetzt dahin? Das ist jetzt die Frage. Hier gehen wir wieder zurück. Bin ich jetzt hier irgendwo da? Ah, okay. Ah, Mist. Ah, fuck. Wie unlustig. Unlustig, einfach unlustig. Extrem unlustig sowas. Ja. Müssen wir hier lang. Nee. Hier. Aber die sieht nicht wirklich lebendig aus. So, nochmal. Jetzt aber. Hallo? What the fuck? Geht. Ah. Ich bin jetzt gerade wieder viel zu aggressiv. Okay, das ist jetzt echt unlustig, ganz ehrlich. Wir können es nicht richtig blocken. Machen wir es einfach so. War ja so klar, dass die aufstehen, ne? Die Durchdringung ist so cool. Erinnert mich ein bisschen an das Schwert von Flamme, von Flamme und Eis. Ne, Flamme und Nacht aus Elden Ring. Und ja, Steelrising kam, glaube ich, eher raus. Aber ich glaube nur ein Glaube. Kann es sein, dass Steelrising später rauskam. Genau weiß ich es nicht. Oh, neuer Gegner. Oh, das war aber close. Kommen wir doch gar nicht hoch. Soll ich da jetzt hochkommen? Achso. No. Blind. Bin blind. Dann können wir auch das Tor hier aufmachen. Okay.
So the down neck
Na ja, klar.
immediately.
Das Level Up nehmen wir uns auch noch hier mit. Ich glaube, die Animassenzen dürften dann für die reichen. Und rein da. Bam! Was war's noch? Ah, die Reiter finden. Da bin ich jetzt gespannt. Müssen wir erstmal wieder darüber kommen. Oh, first try. Nice. Jetzt sind wir hier. Ich komme aber nirgendwo hin, ne? Ich glaube, wir müssen hier unten lang. Wir müssen uns hier nochmal umgucken. Wir sind jetzt auf der Seite. Aber da irgendwo hin. So. Wann ist die Tür hier offen? Na, jetzt finden wir auch die Reiter. Zum Glück versuchen wir wirklich alles hier zu machen. Wird halt Kleid. Ja, haben wir auch die Vaselinstation. Dann machen wir jetzt auch noch das Level Up. Boutique. Hierhin, dann dahin. Hier. Verkaufen. Wir haben bestimmt noch welche, oder? Ne, das war's. Jetzt sind wir bei 16k. Ausrüstungstechnisch. Schauen wir mal. Können wir auch sofort wieder verkaufen. Module. Nee. Materialien auch nicht. Verbesserung. Waffen verbessern können wir nicht. Da fehlt uns noch ein Bismut-Block. Glisatoren haben wir auch nicht. Das heißt, wir gehen ins Eingemachte. Hier. Gehen auf... Ja, worauf gehen wir denn? Eigentlich hat er hier drauf Konstruktion, ja. Zustandsmultiplikator. Sehr schön.
Single one escaped.
Jetzt ist auch das Tor auf. Ernsthaft? Ach man, das ist so doof. Da hätten wir gar nicht jetzt hier lang gehen müssen. Achso, hier haben wir nichts mehr. Nee. Gut. Dann zurück zur Küche. Da hätten wir uns jetzt den ganzen Weg hier sparen können, wenn da das Tor schon auf ist. Das haben die auch bestimmt gesagt und ich habe es einfach nicht geschnallt. Safe. So, machen wir jetzt noch irgendwas? Mission Mara fragen. Hier haben wir nichts mehr. Das hier, Personen im Konvent befragen, Mission Necker sagen, was mit seiner Frau geschehen ist. Mach mal. Das machen wir. Wo ist Necker? Lafer. Lavoisier. Eli. Ach, das hier vorne. Ja.
Monsieur Necker,
Madame? Eh bien, do you come bearing good news?
your wife. You may rest easy, monsieur. Your wife escaped the massacre. She returned home and left you this letter.
Mon Dieu. She's going to meet our daughter and son-in-law at our charity hospital.
She may already be there.
Madame, I did not dare to dream of such an outcome. My wife and daughter. Can you imagine? And I thought I had lost both of them. The three of us will be able to leave the kingdom and put these horrors behind us forever.
What about the bonds?
They are not in your possession.
No, not yet.
You must ensure they do not benefit the king, madame. You will find them in the Armoire de Fer, in the Palais des Tuileries. Do with them as you see fit, as long as the king does not use them. As for me, I'm going to find my family at once. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart. I pray that your efforts will be successful. Adieu, madame.
Hoffentlich.
Adieu.
Minister Necker has given his bonds to me.
That's quite a nice little sum. Can you imagine? That's 1/5 of the kingdom's entire wealth.
Wealth that the king squanders for his personal benefit according to his whims.
Ma foi. Monsieur Necker certainly has been very generous to his adoptive country.
Generous? I have my doubts. The loan was granted at a very high rate. So high, in
Die
fact,
bringen
that
sich
it would have
irgendwann
doubled
alles
the
selber um.
deficit into an even
Also
deeper
nicht selber,
abyss.
sondern untereinander.
Eh bien, monsieur. To what use shall we employ this boonful fortune?
If I could spend it, I'd do everything I could to return to the people their confiscated freedom. To begin, I would get them the bread they so sorely need. It is only after the scourge of famine has been vanquished that armed patriots might then be able to rise up against despotism.
And where will you find wheat, Robespierre? Will you steal it from under the noses of the automats who have sworn to destroy the human race? As for arming the people, this is another one of your delusions. How could your ragged pack of wretches win any sort of battle that'd be unable to lift a sword?
When you insult the people, you insult me, Monsieur de Lafayette.
I am not insulting anyone, Robespierre. But I happen to know what it takes to fight. Unlike you. Monsieur, I was but a lad of 15 when I took up arms. And everyone here knows my role in the liberation of America from British rule. If you allow me to dispose of these bonds, I will found an army that will annihilate the Clockwork King's diabolical machines. As soon as I have the opportunity to leave Paris, I will rally the officers and troops that are stationed in the provinces. Then, I will call for a mass uprising. I will have more than enough money to pay their wages and procure the weapons we need.
And you will have obedient troops at your beck and call, ready to repress anyone who challenges your power.
These troops will only serve the will of the people. I swear it.
Are you sure that the king has spared the rest of the kingdom, Monsieur le Marquis?
I am almost certain of it, mon père. Despite all of his resources, the king does not have enough manpower to occupy all the garrisons in the country.
Aegis, no member of this assembly can force your hand. The choice is yours. To whom will you entrust Monsieur Necker's bonds?
The bonds are not yet in my possession.
Then please continue your search.
Ja, wir haben alle befragt, ne? Zack. So, wir machen hier Cut erstmal. Ich will erstmal was essen. Dann wünsche ich euch auf YouTube erstmal einen entspannten Tag noch. Kommt darauf an, wann ihr die Folge guckt. Und bei Twitch sind wir auch erstmal hier raus an der Stelle.